Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkis, and today's our Sunday box opening. Hi!
Hey! So, Maisie's around here somewhere. At the moment, she is sleeping.
I'm going to hope she sleeps through the whole thing.
They are not. Don't say that out loud. They'll stop watching right now.
Well, I have to see the fabric. Baby just
You have to
found
see
this.
the fabric. Yeah, it's the Maisie show. And I was going to tell you that Wednesday broke the internet again.
She was hilarious, wasn't she?
Oh, my God.
As I was editing it, I was cracking up. I didn't have to watch it back to make sure I had it all right, but yeah.
I was going to read you this one comment, and before I read this, if you are new to our channel and you're thinking you're watching a box opening, yes, we'll do that. But usually, so we are a mother-daughter duo. We've owned a quilt shop in Central Washington State for 24 years, and we started doing, we have a YouTube channel, we have a retreat center, we have a 5,000 square foot shop with 10,000 bolts in it, but we do box openings twice a week, Wednesday nights at 5 and Sundays at 12:30, and then we also do this little fabric chat. And Brianna has 3 kids. Her youngest, Maisie, is going to be 11 months old.
I
pretty
know.
soon.
It's so sad.
Baby. She's her 3rd, and she's adorable. She hangs out here at the shop with us, and and so she's often with us as we're filming and doing different things. And
she's quite the character.
Her little antics break the internet all the time. We are talking about something of crucial importance,
but here and nothing.
She's doing something.
The Wednesday fabric chat just, this week was quite funny.
It was pretty funny.
A good
she was bored with us.
And it was hard because it was just the 3 of us at work. Tracy has a week off because her mom's up from Pennsylvania, so she gets quality mom time. Mm-hmm. And so it was just us. And we had nothing to do but have to have her with us.
Yeah, because normally she can...
she was in quite a...
She was. This is the funniest thing. This is from Krabby Gran. I want to know who Krabby Gran is. But she says, "Oh my goodness, Maisie, I laughed out loud this morning during the Maisie show. Then snort laughed several times during the day when I was thinking about it. Now this evening I've decided that I'm going to try my very own sleepy song. Not that I have one yet, but I'm not a good sleeper." So anyway, and that's
good.
It is so good. She does this sleepy song that is just hilarious. So yeah it is pretty funny, and many comments like that. So it is fun that and Wednesday I'm going to share with you. I haven't told Brianna yet. Our fun-filled last 2 nights with the kids over, and I think they're staying over. They said they're not coming home.
I believe it. I believe it.
Harper said that she's going to spend the night forever.
Forever. You can come visit me. Well, that's her style. You come visit me and pamper me.
Forever. Yeah. Wyatt feels like he would miss you.
Well, you know what's weird? So Robert is gone. It's hunting season, so he's gone from weekend to weekend. He'll be back on next Sunday. And I was gone just recently doing the river cruise with all you guys and having fun, and the kids didn't really like that.
No.
Dad wasn't. Not enough hugs, not enough kisses, not enough, mama love from Dad. Yeah. And now that Dad's gone, I'm like, chump change. Yeah. It's like, oh, Mom, it's fine, but Dad's gone. We're going to go party. You can stay home by yourself. Do what you need. Oh, and can you take the baby? I don't have the baby at Nana's.
We don't want the baby.
We just want to have fun.
We can't play with Legos with the baby.
I know. You can't have certain things. You can't have crayons. You can't have markers. You can't have Legos. You
can't make homemade Play-Doh. I mean, we can.
You can barely cook with the baby trying to call. Yeah. So, they don't want to be with me. No. They're like, anywhere, because apparently Dad didn't want them anywhere but with him. He was, getting off at 5, gotta get the kids, school happens.
But Dad doesn't mean business too much.
Mom, we're gonna be at Nana's. Okay, bye, see ya. Woo. Yeah. See you later. Yeah.
Well, I'll fill you in on Wednesday, the fun that we've had so far, which will continue. But it's fun because their favorite game is, of course, Family.
I know, which is so weird.
We love to play Family. Yeah. And they're always the mom and the dad. And we're always the kids.
Harper's harsh.
And Harper, she was super harsh.
And I'm not that bad.
No.
She's not learning it from me.
She is so much like you, though. Oh, my God. Even Dad, every time it's like, oh, my God, deja vu. It's just, she is just in charge. Yeah. And I said that to Dad last night.
She is a quick thinker too.
She is.
She's
got it.
Yeah, she has a wit about her that is far from her.
She is going to be president by the time she's 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
she's really, really good. She's so smart.
And she turned 5 on Saturday.
Yeah.
And she acts way beyond her years.
Yeah.
That girl, man, she's
fast. I said to Dad last night that, right now Carolyn is off CK, Peaches, whatever you call her. She's off right now recovering from back surgery. We may not see her until after the holidays is what I think. She thinks sooner, but I do not think that. But anyway, so I said to Dad, I said, yeah, that's who needs to be our new floor manager for a while is Harper.
Yeah, because she doesn't care about feelings. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you sure doing that? Yeah. You need to fold those.
That's not the way I told you to do it.
Yeah.
And then she was saying to me last night, I know you think you know. I know you think you know.
No, you don't. Let me finish.
Just watch. Just listen. I know you think you know. And I just crack up, It's like so funny. And then I just think it's funny. Because when you were my daughter saying that to me, oh no.
Shut that down. Close
because you can't go to school talking to your teachers like that.
But I'm so worried about her kindergarten teachers.
Oh my gosh. Well, you've got to respect that much confidence.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
In the little body of a redhead.
It's a lot. Yeah.
We're going to start. I want to say she's confident, but she's not always wrong.
No, she's right. I don't know that she's ever been wrong.
I don't know if she's wrong. And she doesn't do it for bad.
No,
it's always for the greater good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To make sure you don't get in trouble, to make sure we share, even though it's more on her part than yours. But you're going to share. I get 5, you get 1, and when I'm ready, you can have the purple. But, yeah. So.
Yeah. It's a special experience, and I have missed it so much.
Yeah.
And it's funny, the second time around dealing with that much knowledge and intelligence and confidence that it's way more fun.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It keeps me and Robert on our toes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very grateful we have the same parenting style. We parent the same way, which means we're constantly on, but at least if she's outside with Dad playing in the leaves or in the shop doing whatever, it's the same. Same rules apply.
Yeah. Yeah. And we should mention, before we forget to mention, we have an event. Let's see. So today is Sunday. The event is next Friday. Next Friday, the 17th, at 5 p.m. Pacific time, our page will be turned on our website for the McKay Memorial fundraiser. So we have a fantastic little nursing home in Soap Lake, 42-bed. It's actually a nonprofit because it's a county-owned facility. So it started as a hospital district when it was a hospital. Hospital couldn't make any money, and so now it's a long-term care facility, but it's still county. It's run by tax dollars. Since it's run by tax dollars, we can't just willy-nilly buy whatever we want to buy. We have to be very, very efficient. Everything is public information. And what we are trying to do is every year we do a little fundraiser for something special that we want to buy for the residents that we can't afford. And this year what we're doing is we're wanting to buy 42 smart TVs because we want them to be able to have, all of them to have remote controls that work, all of them to be able to have wireless headphones, Bluetooth headphones, and all of them to be able to have smart TVs so they can watch 157 channels and Gunsmoke all day long.
Right. And so, cut that cable bill.
Cut that cable bill. Because right now we're paying the cable bill.
And that's a lot.
Yeah. And somebody had asked, they had a couple of questions. One person said, do you have enough internet to be able to manage those televisions? We do. We live in Grant County, Washington State. It's all fiber. Up. We are hooked up. We are the home of Microsoft, the home of Google. Yeah. And so internet is not an issue for us, and it's all kind of hardwired in. So we're all pretty good. But yeah, a lot of it now really is just the finances. So we are having an auction locally on Sunday the 19th, and we're donating a bunch of baskets and some quilts and stuff for that. So
if you are a local who want to go to that, I will link their page at the bottom. That has information about tickets, or in town if you go to the Columbia Basin Foundation, they can hook you up with tickets.
They manage it for us, and it's really nice. It's going to be dinner. I don't remember how much the tickets are.
They're usually
70.
I was thinking 60.
It's a nice
Something
steak
around that.
dinner, open bar.
Silent
they
auction,
like
live
that.
auction. You get nothing.
Go have another drink. Yeah, and so silent auction and a live auction.
Yeah,
and I'll
fun.
tell you, if you're local, the quilts they don't ever go for enough because it's if you're not a quilter, you don't really.
know.
It's a blanket. Oh, it's a pretty
You can get that
blanket.
at
Will it fit my
Walmart.
bed?
It's not the same.
They don't know the difference. So it's stuff goes for inexpensively, but
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So next Friday at 5:00, and also a little bit later, there's a question that I have to go through with somebody who had a question about the boxes, but.
Oh, okay.
We'll do that when I know we have a notion box
notion
that
box,
will open
okay.
and remind me in case I forget because I said, "Oh,
The
that's
deck
a
cards.
really long the deck cards." I said that's a really long answer, and I'll answer that on Sunday, so I haven't forgotten you.
Okay.
Okay, but in the meantime, sorry,
That's okay.
people are going, "What is
It's
fabric?"
So this is there's actually 3 Henry glass boxes.
Oh,
Ooh, that's cute. It's
really
blue.
cute. It's beautiful.
Who is this? Oh, Scale Pan.
Oh,
Stick it
I
out.
love Gail Pan.
You know what's funny? So I noticed this because I took the packing slips because I'm, a single mom. And I don't know what time I was going to have, so I entered this in already.
Oh,
but
and without knowing what it looked like?
Right. And so what's funny is it says butterflies in bloom on the bolts, but in their website it's butterflies and blooms. So
And blooms.
if you see that, and then it's on the salvage, it says butterflies and blooms.
And blooms.
Super weird.
Funny little
So
typo.
we're calling it butterfly and blooms because everything else.
Oh,
There's a panel.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right, so what we're going to do is there's 3 boxes. We're
Yeah, I have
going
one
to
more.
take the plastic off and I'm going to cut a panel for you and then we'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'm going to go cut.
Butterflies and blooms.
Butterflies and blooms.
Super gorgeous. So while Mom was cutting the panel, I was thinking we had another collection that was rang similar to me. It was called Bluebirds. Bluebirds?
Bluebirds of Happiness?
Bluebirds
of
of
Happiness.
And I thought it was Gail Penn, and it's not. It's a Janet Nesbitt collection, but it has the same kind of tones. It's a little more navy than kind of this pretty denim-y, but it's really good. We'll show it together.
on it so you can see it because if you have some of that and you've not yet decided what to do with it, it's
very
kind
supportive.
of fun, to see and just add a little extra color. This is beautiful. I love Gail Pan. Gail Pan, I've done hand applique for years and years, and then when I did it with her, it was life changing the way that she does it, and I think I now teach it her way. So I'm not sure on my hand applique tutorial on the website if it's. I'm sure it probably is her way, but she's just a great gal from Australia, and she does a really nice job. And she started designing fabric about probably 5 or 6 years ago. But prior to that, it was all hand applique, hand embroidery, lots and lots of books, pattern support. She's pretty awesome. I really like her.
She does quite a few books, and I think
Yes.
we've gotten every one. So this is one. There's actually 2 panels. So this is one, just a full, this really pretty like border trim,
Beautiful,
and then this just really pretty like fountain of flowers,
gorgeous.
and then some butterflies. It's really cute.
Butterflies.
Really cute.
And this one, there is no line.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
FYI, if you order, so this is one panel, is 6 blocks. Oh, sorry, I got the end of the bolt here. But if you ordered 2 panels, you would get 4 across by 3 down. And so
Cool.
we'll leave it together for you. But really nice, big block, really, really pretty. Just
Really
soft,
pretty.
soft colors because it's so
You
sort
could
of tonal.
easily just add extra stitching, create her print line as your stitch line, and add
a
some,
little bit of
or some
just
lazy
little-
daisies or be
little
cute.
flecks of stuff.
If you just want to touch little, on if you're watching some of the hand embroidery classes that Mom is doing and you want to try a little bit, this would be a fun one just to
That's pretty smart. Add some
doodle on.
embellishments of
Yeah.
hand embroidery. Okay, I'm going to fold this up. And then we'll do a quick little pan across.
So pretty. And you can kind of tell that background's kind of on that little bit of a yellow banana side. It's very pretty.
And And then it's not a huge collection, and we have no pre-cuts, right? So are you thinking anything? Maybe think while we show it. But so, and then let me show you just really first while you're kind of panning across here. This one is Bluebirds of Happiness. So it's kind of a grayish, but look at how cool it looks if you were looking for something just to kind of add. Awesome. Because it says bloom, hope, happy, dream. I mean, it's really, really nice. And then the other pieces I'm just going to show you. You can see it's a whole different personality, but the color is the same. This is really fairly elegant, and this is whimsical, but the colors are the same. So if you had any of these other pieces that went with this, it would work really well. And then look at this one. Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
I know.
So yeah, so the Bluebird of Happiness, I'll move up to the What's New. So if you want to take a peek at that, you can see what's left of that collection to go along with your Butterflies and Blooms.
Yeah. All right, so we'll look at these. So this is, there's only a couple of pieces that have this kind of, gosh, it's like a taupey rose. Is that what you would say that is?
Yeah.
So it's kind of
taupey rose, yeah.
Taupey rose. There's this piece, and then there's this piece that just has some little kind of whimsical tulips on it. That's just beautiful. This piece is in all of the colors, and you can see there's a little wreath around the couple of different, I mean, the colors are kind of this periwinkle, this blue, this kind of mint color, a little bit of teal. It's just darling. Just really, really restful colors. Pretty little 5-petal posy.
Cute.
And then this one has some butterfly garden. Butterfly garden is all it says. Butterflies and hearts and flowers. I love this. And this actually follows the selvage, so the stripe is right.
Cute.
Beautiful. I know. Here's another one.
I don't know if I have a favorite piece.
I know. I love all of them. That's
so
why I kind of
cute.
think we should do some half-yard cuts, because how
I
would
think
you
so.
decide?
Yeah.
You know, this is one of those where all of these fabrics are just adorable. The colors are so nice that you could just do something with some larger pieces. And this is the only one that's really kind of a blendery. I mean, and you can see there is a little pattern. It's the same as...
Yeah, that very first one we saw.
But it's just so dark. It's that really pretty blue.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's that.
This print.
Yeah, that's the print. And it's just dark, dark, dark. Really nice. Pretty color. Here's another string of posies. Here's another butterfly garden with the blue background. And it's such a nice blue. Here's another sort of whimsical tulip. And then here's the border piece. I know it. Oh, I wish we had more of the border print.
So when we do the fat quarter
cuts.
bundles and the half yard cuts, it will not include the border print.
No, because what are you going to do with 18 inches of that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Pine for more.
I would use, right. That's all you would do. I love this.
Oh, what a cute trim on a towel.
Right.
Oh,
Gosh.
an apron. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, runner.
beautiful.
Absolutely.
And then one more. Just such
daisy.
a pretty blue.
Cute.
All right, so butterflies and blooms, and we'll do half-yard cuts.
Yeah, I think half yards and just a few fat quarters.
Few
I
fat
don't think
quarters.
a fat quarter's quite enough, but if
A
you're
fat
just,
quarter is not enough.
no, but if you're a Gale Pan fan, you're gonna want it. So.
Yeah. And what's kind of funny is the last couple times we sell out of the half-yard cuts before we sell out of the fat quarters, because you all know a fat quarter is not enough.
No.
Who thinks that 18 by 22 inches is enough of anything? So, and then so they will not include the border, and they will not include the panel.
Correct.
So, and we only have one bolt of the border and both of the panels.
They will go fast.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's see. I got a Notion box over here.
Oh, good. A Notion box. Okay,
Yes.
so
Do you want to grab that
let me
card
grab
deck?
mine. Tell everybody.
So on Wednesday night when we had our box opening, we had Quilt Builder card deck 1, 2, and we're pre-selling for card deck number 3. Number 3 should be here any minute. It's supposed to be here before Thanksgiving. So I have those pre-ordered for us. So those of you that want, if you already have 1 and 2, you need all of them just like me, you can pre-order that. And as soon as it arrives, I will send it off to you. We'll pay for shipping, or we'll try to sneak it into maybe an order you placed, you know, at the same time. So those I have not arrived as of yet. So we're still waiting on those.
Okay, so the question that was asked, I can't think of who emailed me, but somebody had asked if these were appropriate for beginners. And I said, oh, yes and no, long answer to that. So here's the answer to that, is that sometimes what happens with the beginner, let me shut this door, sorry.
Okay. You'll notice on these, there's very minimal information. And that sometimes is the hardest thing for a beginner.
Right.
Is they don't tell you, how do you construct this? How do you,
right.
You know, so that's.
What? They're talking to us through the window.
Yeah.
So that's what happens, is that what we tell people is that if you have an absolute beginner, there are several different beginner books, things that we could recommend that talk about all of those basics. How to use a rotary cutter and a ruler, how to cut something, how to nestle seams when you piece something, why 1/4 inch seam allowance are super, super important. How to press properly, to open your seams, all of those things that's so different from sewing and quilting. Very, very big difference. Yeah. And so once somebody understands those basics, those simple things and how all of the math works together, and after they've pieced a couple of blocks together and they go, okay, I get it. That's how this is a half square triangle. And they understand half square triangle, 1/4 square triangle, and square and rectangle, and that those are all units that turn into a block. And whatever block you want to make, this is the math for that. You know, a light comes on. But I would say that they have to know those basics first. And that's why even this, which is great for a beginner, but you have to understand the questions you have.
Right.
Wait, I didn't know that I needed to know that. And so all of these things in here about math for half square triangles or how many squares in a fat quarter, you have to first know what a fat quarter is.
Right.
You have to first understand what a pre-cut is. We still have people who come in who ask questions about, well, tell me what you do with those 2.5 inch strips. You know, so there's all of those little things first. So I would give these as a gift, but I would maybe also add some sort of like a block piecing thing first. So I think a beginner would not quite understand how to use them.
Right. If you're a beginner, that you've made some quilts, you've played with fat quarters, done that, and you're just ready for that next step, this is probably that next step.
Yeah.
And you'll see there's some colored ones in there, so they're all blue, or the other one's teal, or the third one's going to be all pink on your edges. There are some other cards in here. So one card is tips and tricks and how to read the cards. How do I know what all of this jibber jabber on this block means? The red card will tell you what it means. They talk about how to put blocks on point if you're trying to make, 4 blocks but make it baby size or whatever. Block layout, how to make it that way. Put sashing around them, another block layout to make a quilt. So they do have other supporting things, but again, you've got to know a little bit to be able to understand.
You have to know why do you want to know that.
What you need for backing, depending on what you've decided to make with your card decks. How to put your binding, what you're going to do. So they do have how to make a half square triangle unit. So they do have basic knowledge in here for you. So yeah, I would agree with Mom that if you're going to give this to someone who's new to or newish to quilting, or has been your buddy who you didn't realize was a quilter, give her these and then give her a beginning book, like from Alex Anderson. She has the most fantastic beginner quilt book.
She does.
I can't even keep it in stock. Or Eleanor Burns' Log Cabin Quilt in a Day. It's a fantastic beginner book.
It shows every single picture of what you're doing. The Alex Anderson one, though, I think the quilt that you make is you make a 9-patch quilt and then you make a quilt on point. So you've done from the beginning to the end, when you've done those two, you understand in detail all of those steps, which I think are important. So one other thing I want to point out about this, whether it's for a beginner, intermediate, or an advanced quilter, is that what's nice about these is they're all in grayscale. So all you need to know is light, medium, and dark. And it doesn't give you the colors of them, which I think is really nice.
So you're not stuck on that blue and yellow quilt, because I don't like blue and yellow. Or that purple quilt, because, I love purple, but can you really do it?
Yeah.
And I like that idea that it's just, insert your colors here. And you can even photocopy this and color it. Or take down your swatches if you're extremely visual.
Yeah, so, let the grandkids play with them.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Notion box. There's a few more creative grid rulers in here. So 6 by 24. Some 3 by 12 long arm Quilter Select rulers. So the difference between just a basic Quilter Select ruler and a long arm ruler is the depth of ruler. So a regular ruler is about 1/4 inch thick, and a quilting ruler is about 1/2 inch thick. So we don't want, as our hopping foot is hopping, we don't want it to accidentally hop on our ruler and then bad things happen and we have to go, talk to somebody. So the long arm rulers are thicker so that our machine doesn't hop onto our ruler, which is an important thing.
Finally.
Finally. So fine line marking pens. So the blue one is water soluble. So mark your lines, do whatever you want to, and then the first time you wash it, or if you spritz it with some water, it'll come right off. Or the fine line black marker is permanent. So whether you want to trace out something to stitch over, or you want to do a signature block or make labels, this is a really, really good one. Flower head pins. They are just flat. These are not the heat resistant ones, so these will melt under your iron, but nice and flat in case you're layering.
I never pin and iron anyway.
I don't either. I don't know.
It's funny that that's a thing. The first time they came out with heat resistant, I thought, well, who would use those?
I don't pin.
I do see people that do that, but I don't. I iron and then I pin. So
then you piece and then you press again.
Yeah, I don't know.
So these are not heat resistant, but they're nice and flat. So if you are pinning something to help a template down to help you cut, it's not going to interfere with your ruler or anything.
And speaking of hand embroidery, those of you guys that do that, and if you have trouble pulling your needle through because maybe you're using like a 5-weight thread or something, or 3 strands or something, and a smaller needle, some people will use either like needle nose pliers, or they use some little piece of a grippy thing. What's kind of fun about this is that it's a thimble that you use, and whenever you need to, you just slip your thumb in and you have a little grippy thing. So it's kind of cool. It was like one of my favorite inventions when I saw this, 3-4 years ago this thing has been out. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then we also got some hand piecing needles, the ones that we probably sell out of the most. What are they? Oh yes, embroidery needles, size 6. I like a size 5. And if you're not certain what you like, and then quilting needles, size 9. We do have a little packet of my favorite hand needles. I think it's a packet of 4 or 5. Just put in your notes that you'd like to try them to kind of see what you'd like to get. And we'll pop it in your order with you, and you can do a little test to see what you like.
Wonder clips. This is just a variety pack. So you get the small,
I love those.
The regular red ones, the really pointy, they're almost a pointed wonder clip in case you're doing a really fine curve, bias, anything, a bias stem. They're really nice.
Or those points on when you do something that's like a Y seam, and you want that to come together. Those are
really
kind of, there was one of those things that I didn't know I needed until I tried it, and it's like, oh.
I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the big chunky ones that are really good for minky. If you're rolling minky over, super, super nice. Yeah. So the variety pack, or I do have, I think, just the red ones or just the jumbo ones sold separately, different things.
Yeah. But this is a fun thing if you have a
sewing buddy.
A sewing buddy.
It's a good gift.
Yeah, they might not think that they need those.
I also have Zoom Spout. Zoom Spout is just our machine oil. It's just a washable, water-soluble oil that you can do if you're needing a little to oil your machine, anything you need. We sell it here in the store. Because Jordan likes to, if someone wants to do any self-care cleaning. We put a drop or 2 of this on a brush. You swipe it through. It does 2 things. It'll leave a little bit of lubricant down for your machine, and also all of that oil will attract all those dust bunnies, get out of there. So we do sell this. We can ship it to you. I can't totally 100% that it won't accidentally leak. But if you do get it and we do ship it to you, it'll be wrapped separately, so it'll only link onto itself. The By Annie stiletto and presser. Super fantastic. It's just a wood with a stiletto on one end and then the little seam presser on the other. It's really nice.
And crinkle material.
Love it. So again, that little, you can't really hear it in here, but just, that crinkle sound for soft books, for little stuffies, for softies. And what's really nice about it is it's washable and dryable. So in those soft books, in those stuffies that you want to make for presents and gifts, it's one of those that's super washer friendly.
And then I must have, so we forever were on the search for the little orange noses, which are now all back in stock, and those are online.
And
they're
3
like,
sizes.
what, 75 cents or a buck? I don't know. They're like nothing but 80 cents. Those are all back in stock, and we did put together more of the Snowman Table Runner kits. We have maybe 6 left of those, and then I think we're going to maybe be done because we're out of... Plaid.
Fresh out.
Fresh out. So we did the last of what we could do, and now we're done. But I think in the search for other buttons, these are kind of fun. I've used these quite a bit, and they're just, and they do have a shank on them, so you can sew them down really well, and they're just little presents. So they're kind of fun for embellishing different things if you want to just add something.
Oh, and a little needle nanny. Yeah. So it's just a really cute magnetic pink bee. That was really cute. So we've had them before, and they had more in stock. So I thought to get some bees. There is, I think we have 3 of the roosters left over too.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to move this before
All right, let's move this, and then I've got some more EE Shank boxes, but it's not notions.
All right, so a little bit earlier, Jerry and Judy, you know who you are, were making faces at us through the window. Those of you guys that have been here to the shop know that where we film back here in the back, which is also our shipping and receiving area, there's a big window where we can see what's going on in the rest of the shop and they can see us. And so anyway, it was kind of fun because we were talking about, that they come and they go shopping all the time. And but what about sewing time? And I was going to tell them my little tidbit, and then we were yakking about something else. But I have a little tip for that. And it's almost the same as when you're reading a book. And all of a sudden, and they designed the book that at the end of that chapter, it's like...
You just can't stop reading.
And then there was a knock at the door.
Books.
I know, I love those books.
Because I have to go to bed, but I have to read the next chapter because I just go to sleep.
That's right, that's right. Do the same thing with your sewing. So what happens is I always, when I'm sewing and I'm working on something, I leave it, instead of kind of cleaning up my area and stacking my blocks and stacking whatever, I leave it ready to sew. So go ahead and, unless you have a really naughty cat that is going to cause all kinds of trouble or whatever, but if you can leave it so that you've got that next piece on and your stack ready to go, so that all you have to do is sit down and go, or you'll know that you left it that way. Oh, now I get to do the borders or whatever. Anyway,
that's exactly what I do.
Yeah. Leave it ready with your needle in the down position and ready to sew so that you can just stop in there and almost like,
Because that's where I'm at right now, is I'm at where I have to start pre-cutting again. It's like, I hate that. But I've got to get that pre-cutting, and then I get to the fun part.
Then you get to do the fun part. Yeah. Yes. All right, so we got a box.
Yogurt.
Oh, Soup Hen.
Soup Hen.
You can always tell Soup Hen.
Ooh, look at that little honeycomb. Chicken wire. I don't even know what's going on in there.
I love Soup Hen. Oh,
I've got 2 more boxes down here.
I have to touch that one.
Right? I love her stuff.
Oh, it's so soft, too.
It's called Butterfly Fields.
Butterfly Fields, butterfly and flowers. Oh, no, not that again. For a while there we had, was it like 3 or 4 bird song?
Bird songs. Bird song, plural. Bird song, 2 words.
Bird songs.
Bird song, 1 word.
Bird space song. Yeah. Oh, da-da-da. All right. Okay, we're going to take some plastic off.
Okay, Soup Hen. Butterfly Fields. It doesn't disappoint. I'm a Soup Hen fan all through and through. Every single line. We just saw Erin a week ago, and in May, a million months from now, she has another collection coming out that is equally as bomb as this
She
one.
is recognizable. That's what's really nice about some of our favorite designers is the moment you see it, you go, oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
And Sue is just...
one of those.
Yeah, just real cool hippie vibe a little bit. Bright color. Super fun. You can throw a little bit of it in with anything or make a whole quilt that's pretty stunning. I love her stuff. And the other thing that's nice is she has kind of this basic line. So we'll kind of show you that. And and yeah, it just all goes. Oh yeah, let's hold this.
And
up.
this is not a panel. This is running yardage, but I feel like you need to see it like a panel. And it's
pretty
awesome.
amazing.
This is why it's called Butterfly Fields right here. Mm-hmm. Doesn't look anything like the butterflies we already saw.
No.
Oh, there you go. So we're holding it salvage to salvage. So it is like ombre butterflies, but look how cool this big stenciled butterfly is. Wouldn't it be cool just to fuse and stick it right onto your quilt?
Running yardage.
Oh.
You know, and all of those patterns that we have that use a panel, you know, just take a big piece of this. You know, and the other thing too is you don't have to be fancy schmancy if you don't have a pattern. Take a piece of this, put a little border around it, and then maybe do some fun pieced border or just another really cool piece.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter.
It's all about the fabric.
It's all about the fabric. You don't have to do anything weird. Sorry, I totally interrupted you.
Nope, it's good.
Yeah.
Super cool.
It's all about the fabric.
And even just, you know, broderie purse, you know, cutting around the outline of a design and then just taking that butterfly and just fusing it to your 9-patch shuffle or something else, just putting some sort of a cool applique on it. Awesome.
The collage people will love this.
Yeah. Just
it is a really cool piece. This would make a really fast quilt. This couple borders.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So that's you're going to pan across this a little bit first.
So we'll start from this side. So this is her collection. And then with that green dot.
I feel like we have to hold that one way up too.
Right, that one's cool.
Starting here. These are her basics.
Yep, we can order all day long.
Yeah, we can reorder these. It's always kind of nice to know about the basics because if you start a project and go, oh shoot, you know, will I be able to get more? All of this are always available. So, and I think what we're going to do, we're going to do some fat quarters and half yard cut bundles of these 10 basics. Just to have on hand, which I think is really nice for you to have these in your stash. And then we'll pan over here for a minute. The 10, including the big butterfly one, we're going to do 1 yard cuts of this. Half yard of Sue Pen is not enough. A fat quarter is just plain silly. You just crazy. All right, so let's go back over here. So these are we're going to go through these pretty quickly. You can see that all of them have like a really cool texture. They're almost all a little bit different. This is kind of this really cool medallion flower in the red, the yellow, the blue. It's like a cleaning your paintbrush kind of a look. Here's the green. Here's the red again. I mean, pink. And it's kind of fun. Just the
I love that one.
Water spot. I know. And then the polka dot in the purple. This is also that same medallion print, just so rich in the blue. And that's all you'd have to do if you were going to put a couple borders around this. Just pick the colors that you liked the best that you really wanted to pull out. Do you want to pull out the pink or the green or the blue? You know, whatever you'd like to do. Here's another light blue and then this really cool polka dot green. I love this piece. I have this piece in several things. So these are the basics, and we'll do these in halves and fat quarters. So you have an option for those. And then this starts the Sue Pen stuff. That's really cool.
And that's like that bright raspberry pink, and it's lime green. Is that Chickamauga look? It's kind of coming through kind of yellowy, but it's lime green. No,
it's lime green. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
And
super
this
awesome.
piece, oh my gosh. So
is it a wraparound?
It is. It goes back. Blue to blue, back to blue.
Oh, that is so fantastic. Fantastic border, fantastic back, fantastic bag.
Because,
Sheesh.
See, put this in the center, pick a color.
And that can be your faux pieced border.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Oh my gosh.
So fantastic.
Yeah. And some little butterflies. And then these fun little... So this is that same thing when I said there's kind of a medallion flower, and this is it all multicolored.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. And this piece, I feel like I say oh my gosh about everything she does. See, there's a little butterfly in there.
Oh yeah, there is.
Mm-hmm. And then this piece.
So cool.
Yeah. Orange. Oh, this piece. I just don't have a favorite. And then this piece. Gorgeous blue.
Fantastic.
Right? They're just so vibrant. Such saturated color. Just really, really nice. So, you know, it's kind of fun. People still talk all the time about, you know, zinger pieces. Well, just make a zinger quilt. Just, you know, pick all vibrant, fun, super bright stuff. And then, do you want to show them this kind of at the same time?
Show them, yeah.
Yeah, because you want to come around here?
Yeah.
Because in the same box was this Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz stuff.
And it's called Color Block.
And I think that we only ordered these 3 pieces because we just got a Tim Holtz line, and we have a lot of his stuff. Sometimes he comes up with new things, and he'll maybe add 5 or 6 pieces, and then he revisits those other ones that he has. So can you just move or recolors? Can you move the Tim Holtz up? So again, if you go to fabricpatch.net, go to shop online, the drop down, the what's new. So the Tim Holtz will be up near the top, because all of those pieces will go with this that he has.
And it looks like a little watercolor board.
Yeah.
So I've got it this way. This is about a 1-inch square of color.
Yeah.
And then I've got the same exact thing, but it's like a 1/2-inch square of color.
Yeah.
Super cool. And then if you really like it, which I think is fantastic.
I got the big one. In canvas.
In canvas. So it's that linen kind of a blend.
And that's probably about a 3-inch? That's probably a 3-inch
square. But how cool. Also, just so I can cut it up and do something really cool with it. I think it'd make it a fantastic art bag. You know, any kind of a bag.
We would have sold that entire
bolt at Retreat
last weekend because everybody was making tote bags. We have this really fast pattern for a tote bag.
It's awesome.
And we pretty much cleaned out all of the canvas. If you want to do this and want to do a tote bag, get a yard is all you need. 1.5 yards if you wanted to be safe to be able to do any fussy cutting, and I'll throw in the pattern for you.
Right.
Just put it in your notes that you need the pattern.
Yeah, they're making that bag.
But yeah, that's I'm taking some of that home.
It's awesome. And it's it's just a little bit of a heavier weight, more of that decorator weight. So it's not going to be any harder to sew through. You wouldn't have to line it if you didn't want to. But it's just that little extra love. It's super cool.
We have to move these, I guess.
Yeah, I'm moving these out of the way. And then I've got some Maywood studio boxes.
Okay. Ooh, Maywood. Is that going to be?
I hope it's flannel. Maywood flannel is just the best thing ever.
Okay.
Okay. There's actually 2 boxes, but here's one of them.
Maywood Studios is either going to be floral or flannel.
Ooh. Oh, it's both. It's flannel and flat. So if you're not into needing some flannels, or you just want some textures. So it's Maywood Studio Shadow Play. So it's just this beautiful kind of tonal texture. So it's not solid, but it's not really textured.
Yeah, we can do a... Oh, you can.
I'll probably, when I show them the colors,
up.
I can probably be able to give them what that texture looks like.
And this time of year, people are coming in wanting, they're finishing things up for Christmas.
So greens.
So they're wanting borders, bindings, backings. If you can't find the backing that we need, oh yeah, perfect Christmas red. Oh yeah, blues, greens, and reds. Is that what's in here?
Greens and reds. Looks like it.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna get the plastics off. And then we'll show you. And then they don't give you names, so this isn't like, you know, Jade or whatever. They give you, it's GS. So we'll let you know what those are in case you're really thinking, oh, that is a perfect color or whatever. We'll let you know what those are.
And the other thing, just to mention that we remind you a lot, is just to use your notes and say, I want the green that is the flower of the, you know, butterfly piece that I bought, you know, or whatever. And we'll make sure that it's right for you if you're not quite sure.
Because I know sometimes it's hard on what maybe you can see through my camera, through your TV, or what you're watching from. It could be different. So if you're wanting to make sure it's exactly what you're really wanting, we can make that happen.
It's funny that this was in so many boxes.
I know.
Big and bulky. But, so that's exactly what it was. All Maywood Shadow Play, flannel, and...
just
colors.
flat cotton.
And it'll be funny when you see what it is. So.
We were definitely thinking of something in mind.
Of you guys, December, what do you need? Yeah. Yeah, it's not quite December yet, but what happens is just before Christmas, people that are waiting and they got to get their bindings done and whatever, and it's December 15th, they come in and there is nothing. I mean, we have a huge shop, but to find a really good Christmas green or a Christmas red, it just ain't happening. So that's what's happened is we've got these beautiful flannels that are just because we must have been out of purple, it'd be my guess. And then these are the Shadow Play 4 shades of green, 4 shades of red, 4 shades of blue.
We got you back.
Yeah, so Dina O'Neill, you'll be getting a phone call. This is you, finally. And then there's a really nice kind of a colonial, I guess that's just like a colonial blue. It doesn't really say, don't mark my words. It'll, because what is it? It's just a number.
It's just a number. But yeah, I would say you should describe it the way you see it. Yeah. And then they'll know what they're looking at. I think the shades are coming through pretty well.
Are they? Because this one has a little bit of gray in it. It's a little bit tonal. This one is a nice pure blue. A nice pure sky blue. This one is kind of a light, almost maybe a robin's egg blue is how I would call that one. This one is your clear red. Just a really nice, and this one is color number R. Yeah, clear red. This one is red 54. I don't know what that means. But anyway, this one is just another, it maybe has just a tiny little bit darker. This one is...
like that barn red.
Yeah, barn red. And this one is barn red with a little bit of almost brown. You could almost...
go rust.
It's a burnt red. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the greens, really, really nice. So we've got kind of a sage light green. This one is probably your true green, your clear. This one is green 1. This one is green... Wait. This is G2.
Oh.
1. That's weird. This one is GS, green solid.
I wish I knew what they meant.
I don't know either. And this one is green X.
It's kind of like a hunter green.
Hunter green, I would say so. And this one is a little bit more olivey. This one is really the one that I would say is the clear green. But again, if you use your notes and say, I want the green that matches this, we can help you out. And then these are all flannels. Man, Maywood flannels.
So pretty.
Oh,
I mean, you can just see the bulkiness. I mean, there's the same amount of yardage on each bolt, whether it's that green bolt or that purple bolt.
Yeah.
And you can just see the luscious.
Yeah. Look at the difference. Yeah.
Crazy.
Big difference. So, yeah, beautiful, kind of a nice royal purple, a lavender, a... Plum, yeah. And then see the difference between the two of these? This one is more pastel, and this one has a little bit of maybe gray in it. And then 3 different blues. So we have just a really nice kind of a Windsor blue, a light blue that could almost read gray. And then this one is just a nice, soft, medium blue. And then this really cool mint. That's right, mint, sage, teal. What do you think that is? Mint, right in the middle of things. So we must have just filled in with what we didn't have.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm a little worried that they didn't get to see Miss Maisie.
I know. I mean,
Should we go see if she's up from her nap?
super happy that she's asleep still, though.
I know.
It's the mom.
I know. She's been it's been hard for her to nap down here lately. And it's funny because when we had the other two, she's awake. When we had the other two down here for their first year of life, what happened was we had a little pack and play. And so we had one teeny tiny little area that when we weren't out feeding them or carrying them around for some reason, that was kind of where they played. Well, we just sort of forgot that with Maisie. So Maisie, no matter what, is running around the store a little bit, crawling around the store a little bit. Really not unsupervised, but she kind of has the run of the place. And so I'm not sure how we're going to contain her now. I also think that her personality is a little bit different because the other two got really bored with us. They were sick of it. They wanted to play with kids. And that's not really how it is with Maisie. Maisie loves to interact with people. When they come, she's always really happy to see everyone. Hi. How was your nap? Oh,
You start about me.
I thought I was... What? We just started.
You didn't miss anything.
I don't think that's true. Who did I miss? When I took a nap, there were more people here. Were you going to tell the story?
Were you going to say something? Did
Were
you
you
say
going to blow kisses? Can you say hi?
My kids call it the movies behind their eyes.
Hi.
Yeah.
She has a lot to say. She's in a way better mood than earlier. Can you whistle?
No.
No,
I can't.
not gonna. She was trying it earlier. The sweetest thing is that she blows on her. She was eating Cheerios, so she'd pick up a Cheerio.
She's blowing it.
You want to tell a story? Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
You're so cute when you're in a good mood.
Wrinkles up her nose.
She's adorable.
She is. She's really trying to tell you something.
Just can't get it all out. Just can't hold it in. Let it out. Let it out.
All right. Well, it's kind of fun too because we have a
the little screen.
And so yeah, I don't know if she sees that or what's going on in the
other
shop behind us, but.
Yeah, so in the What's New section, you will see the new stuff from Gail Pan, Butterflies and Blooms. Mm-hmm. Then we'll see Sue Penn, who is, Butterfly Fields?
Butterfly Fields.
Fantastic. And we'll have cuts of both of those. We don't have actual pre-cuts of those, but we're going to cut some chunks. So if you like it all, just like we do, you can get a chunk of everything without having to click every single piece. And then, of course, there'll be stuff left over in case you want stuff for yardage or backings or anything you need. And then, of course, some basics to fill in whatever you're working on. And again, use your notes, even if your note says, hey, I sent info at an email with a picture and I need a red to go with it. We can help you with that, too. So let us know and we can help you get what you need to get. Say bye. I'm so glad you guys to see Macy. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Have a great rest of your day and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. And don't forget, Friday night, 5 p.m., what will happen, the 17th, is that you won't get any other kind of a notification. It will just all of a sudden go live on our website, and the things will be for sale, and the price will be there, and the first person to get it in their cart and check out gets it. And they were asking if there would be a preview, and I said, yeah, we'll try to kind of show you some things for what
with
will
some
be
box
in there.
openings.
We'll show you. Yeah, we didn't show you anything today. Super sorry.
So we'll show you probably Wednesday at Fabric Chat. You'll have a few previews, and then Wednesday box opening. You might have a preview or two. You'll see that the tab, the McKay fundraiser tab, is already up on the website. That is just to show you where it's going to be. It of course doesn't work because I'm working on it on the back side of the website. So at 5 p.m. on the 17th, it will go live and you'll see it there.
And it'll be quilts, wall hangings, decor items, things that we've made that have been in the shop that it's time to retire. Mm-hmm.
So. There will also be a donate button on that page also. So if you don't find anything you're looking for, or you want to you think it's a good idea for them to have a smart TV that works and functions for them, then, that would be also just as helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. Super helpful.
All right.
Bye,
guys.
Thanks, you guys. Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.